Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica and today I will show you step by step how to paint this pretty Christmas card including the lettering. And if you would like to support my YouTube channel and everything I create, you can join my Patreon. Check the link in the description for more details and let's get to painting. I'm starting with painting down. The line in the center, so I'm gonna use probably 2 or 3 pieces of tape. I'm using just regular magic Scotch tape, so just like so I have enough room to write Merry Christmas. And now think about your composition, how you want your greenery to look. You want to balance a little bit, so I'm starting with light green. I'm using cadmium yellow on the sea green for that nice light green color, and I'm gonna use undersea green just on its own and perylene green. So right now I'm gonna start with the lightest green. So I'm gonna have one pine branch on the left, one in the center, and one going to the right. And just loosely start painting the pine needles. And now I will be adding medium green. And it instantly adds the volume to your pines. And while it's still wet, I will go with burnt sienna. And just dab in some brown in the middle for the branch, and I'll go with indigo and add into burnt sienna, and it will give me that darker brown. Some more indigo and just dab in the darkest brown to add the interest. And I will go with perylene green and start drawing the hollies very loose, painting them inside, leaving some whites all the way to my tape. Dab in some darker greens, the edges, and right here, just very simple curves. And color inside, leave some white areas. Can even do some like pine needle looking dark green right here. So this area. So we're gonna do same thing right at the bottom. I'm gonna flip my page, starting with light green, left, center, right. And just painting loosely by needles. You see I'm going real fast for the best and loose and interesting result. all the way to the bottom, getting that medium green. And adding that darker value of the green. Very loosely, very fast. And go with brown. Dab in that burnt sienna, just broken line. Now we'll add indigo into burnt sienna for darker brown. And now I'm gonna start painting hollies. Curves super quick all the way down. And the second one. And I'm gonna fill them in. And again, leave some whites. And we can drop some yellowish green in them. And this area we're gonna keep darker. So we have that nice line. So I'm going with deeper greens here and right at the bottom. And now I will go with larger brush and create that bright green again. And I would like to splatter for that interesting effect and loose style. That expressionistic look. And now we will wait for everything to dry. And the greenery is dry now, and I will start painting berries. I will be mixing cadmium red. For the lighters, I will add tiny bit of yellow. So I have orange, red, and alizarin crimson. And for the darkest and the shadow areas, I will add tiny bit of indigo into my alizarin crimson. Starting with the lightest, the orangey yellow, and just paint a few berries, leaving a highlight. Oops, okay, I'm gonna extend this part. If you guys missed the highlight, don't worry about it. We can add with white gouache and vary them in size a little bit, just loosely. Paint these winter berries. Smaller, a little bit bigger. I'm gonna add a couple of on this side. So this is my lightest red. And now I will clean my brush and add alizarin crimson. To add that interesting shade and create volume. Darker red. And let's paint this side as well. So starting with bright red, leaving some highlights, Need some smaller. And a couple of on this side. So the highlight and the shadow part makes them look three-dimensional, and that really adds the interest. Now I'm gonna go with deeper red and dab some at the bottom. And now I'm using that burgundy mixture with tiny bit of indigo and just dabbing at the bottom. So you see that shadow we just created? So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Go with the deep burgundy color and just a tiny bit at the bottom. Boom, instantly adds that three-dimensional look. And now with deep green, I will add some details on my pines. And again, they pop instantly and look more interesting. Don't forget to paint in the center as well. Just a few bright, dark green needles and a few details on the hollies as well. Don't overdo it. And right at the bottom. Let's do same here. Few in the center, on the sides. On all of our branches. And the bottom, I would like to keep it darker green and few in the hollies. Can maybe add in the center. Dab, dab, dab. And now with burnt sienna and tiny bit of indigo, I have that nice deep brown. I will just add a few branches on the berries, very loosely. Same thing right here. Just gonna connect the berries with that brown. There you go. And now we're gonna wait until it's completely dry. So it's all dry now, and I would like to show you some details. Closer look. Look at this beautiful loose Christmas greenery. Now I'm gonna remove the tape. Just carefully. Okay, look at that perfect rectangle we have here. I'm gonna tape it a little bit on the edges using the same magic tape. Just tiny pieces at the corner. Okay, and I will use a ruler and you guys feel free to add any wording you like. So I can just put happy holidays, joy, Merry Christmas, whatever you guys feel. Okay, I'm gonna make this line a little bit lower. There you go. Now lightly with pencil I will sketch out. So I'm just thinking where I want it to end. And if you guys have stamps with these wordings, you can get them in Michael's or any craft stores. You can use it. Mary and And for the lettering, I'm using my Aqua Elite number 4 cadmium red. Going thin, down, wider. When you go up, it's skinny line, then down is wider. You press it down the brush, up, skinny, down, thick. But it takes practice, so I took some lettering lessons a few years ago, but it's all the muscle memory. If you don't practice, you just forget it. So, and down is wider. When you go up, it's thin, wide, and skinny, and wide down. And you go up with skinny line. Get more paint. Now we're gonna go down and press it down my brush, creating that thick line. Up skinny, down thick, skinny, and thick. Up again, skinny, making that curve. Press it down wider. Up skinny, wide with side of my brush a little bit, skinny, curving a little wider, and skinny going up. Now we're gonna press it down. Skinny, thick, skinny, thick, and of course it's not perfect, and I'm not trying to. If you're a professional calligrapher, of course it's so easy for you. So pressing down, skinny going up, pressing wide and skinny, and S curving. And up, it's gonna be skinny. And I'm gonna extend this line. And there you go. Now we're gonna add that curvy, beautiful line on the T and the dot on top of the eye. And I'm gonna wait for this to dry and add some metallic. Now we can go back and add some, correct some. But I will keep it as is. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for everything to dry. And now I'm activating my metallic gold watercolor. And just add a highlight on the right side. Right here, right here. A little bit at the bottom, on the right side of each letter, and inner, and the right. And it's not necessary. You can just drop some gold any way you like, and I will actually splatter at the end to add some sparkle. Why not? And it's super easy, and that's so beautiful to create your cards. Don't you agree? Comment below if you guys like to receive or give the handmade cards. Now I'm taking that gold, and you can add a few just sparkles on the leaves here and there. Just dab in, and the bottom leaves, just add the extra sparkle, beauty, and magic. And I will splatter just tiny bit of that gold. And we'll wait until everything is dry and just erase with kneaded eraser my guidelines for the text I used. And before erasing your pencil lines, make sure, guys, your painting is completely dry. You don't want to ruin your painting at this stage. So I'm just lifting with kneaded eraser. And there you go. Here's our beautiful card. Comment below what you guys think. If you enjoyed this tutorial, I would really appreciate your likes, shares, and comments. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon in my next video.